I feel as though there's some excitement in the air for this one today. And it's definitely going to be my thoughts on AOC, right? That's what's bringing everyone to the yard? Is that the milkshake bringing all of us here today? No, it's probably Peeps, which is fitting for me and my programming. Hey, welcome to the Blathering, episode 150 of the Blathering. Live versions, all versions. So, I don't celebrate numbers as much. But it's a good number, and you all make that possible. If I was broadcasting to a wall, I'd probably still be going, but you all make it fun. In fact, that is on the docket tonight, fun. We are going to be debating something we talk about a lot here. This is not the first time I've talked about them on the show. Won't be the last. And I don't think it's the first time I've even eaten. In fact, I remember last year trying to take an entire sleeve of them. We're not talking Girl Scout cookies. We're talking Peeps. That's right. Tonight will be the return of good, bad food. We have Dr. Addy checking in today to defend Peeps, which might be our most controversial episode yet, and we've only done a few of these good, bad foods, more on the way. What I'm really excited for, too, is some folks are going to be trying it for the first time. I'm looking at you, 8984M. Could you please wait to try them until you call into the show after Good Bad Food? We're going to do Good Bad Food, checking my list here tonight, at 16:30 hours my time. That's 4:30 p.m. in the Pacific. Addie is ready. We were talking off air. She's got some great Peeps here. And 8984 for him. I really wanted to experience you having those Peeps for the first time. In 2014, Maud Garrett, when we were putting together Jedi Alliance, we were having a meeting at my apartment. She had never tried them. I had some. It was around that time. And she recorded, I think, an early Instagram video, whatever it was. And it was, her reaction was real, and it was funny, and it was painful for her. Aussies, not draped in peep lore and experience. So I'm not saying it's going to go well, 898 for him. Okay? All right? You're going to try them, and it's going to be good. Shout out to Cameron Stewart. I put up a humble goal tonight of one super blather, and then I'd finish all my Peeps on there, and Cameron just says, do it. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen here. Armada, check it in. How are you? You said, ooh, Peeps. Roasted Peeps, maybe. Ooh, I've never thought that, Armada. That might be good. So I have, this will come up in play tonight. I have 4 Peeps. I went over to a big box store. Had trouble finding Peeps this time around. I don't know. Maybe it's too early. Maybe people aren't ready to dive into it. I got some, see how I have to do the old man bend with the eyes. I got some 4 chicks. They call these Peeps chicks. I got 4 chicks. That's out of context. That's a problem. Peeps Marshmallow Delights. Marshmallows dipped in decadent. Are you ready, David Mackay? Decadent milk chocolate. That's right. These Peeps, these chicks, got dirty bottoms, and I'm going to eat them. That's in context. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. Also, see if producer Steve, if he's up for it, we might have an update on the blather brackets. JMB says we'll not do cheese content, but I've done a lot of cheese content. I'm out of cheese. More on the way. Rads hasn't had Peeps in about 20 years. Now, Crafted Jedi's here, as always, says, I'll be dissenting voice here. Peeps are just puffy sugar, rolled in more sugar, too much. I need something else in my mallow. Thick layer of chocolate nuts, something. I don't think you're going to be alone today. Coop's here. Okay, Coop's here. We have more dissenting Peep votes. Alden Diaz is here. You had to vote nay on Peeps? Does it affect our friendship? It might. We might have to do some anytime bet where I make you eat Peeps if you lose. I did put up a poll, simple poll today. Peeps, yay or nay? 18 votes are in. Yay, 44%. Nay, 56%. This is what I'm saying, Crafted Jedi. You might not be alone. Okay, Cooper says, all right, boop. I forgot to type in the super chat, but Peeps are disgusting, just like Cadbury cream eggs. I like the Cadbury eggs too. I almost said crapberry eggs, but maybe that was a slip. I like Cadbury eggs too, but they are Cadbury eggs might be a little too much sugar for me today. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate the support, everyone checking in there. All right, Alden says I will stuff all the peeps in my mouth for subs and or money on any time. That that could be it. Uh, Laserbolt, the creator of Forest Meats, the YouTube channel that is needing to be launched soon, says the peep hatred is shocking. Shout out to Laserbolt. I was playing Fortnite last night, yesterday evening, and in the background I just had Laserbolt's Friday Night Flights. Check out his channel if you like some relaxing flight simulator content. I just had it on in the background while I was playing some Fortnite with Ken Plume. So you should do that. We are trying to get Laserbolt up over the monetization hump here on YouTube. He got the big goal of 1,000 subs out of the way, but he still needed, as of last week, approximately 800 watch hours. That's a lot of hours, unless you're, got a viral video. So we're trying to help our buddy Laserbolt out. Go to his channel, Laserbolt Videos. Just put a video on. Watch it. Number one, it's great stuff, but also just put one of them videos on the background, and let's get his hours up and get him up over that hump there. So, Amada asks, am I watching Severance? No, I've never seen Severance. I did finish Hacks. All right, what do we got? So calls coming in. We'll take some calls here. Jared the Tide Pilot lined up. We will do some calls after good bad food is when I want 898-4M to call in if you can, if you can. Cold hard truth, says Alden, is that nobody ever got consent for the marshmallows. Who the hell says they want to be peeps? I got the Iron Giant didn't want to be a weapon. This is sacrilegious. And I'm glad to see Jonas, the greatest drummer in the world, Bergen here. The big question is, where's Scribs? Where is Hillbilly Scribs? We got to know. Trey T checking in for the Pacific Northwest. Can this be my therapy session for the week? Barely getting through each week in America. It is. And I think we're going to be talking more about this on Anytime soon. But as we keep saying, we're looking for the pinpricks of light. I am finding less and less value in the doom scroll. Less and less value in the, oh my God, did you see this? Which I've been talking about on the show recently. Not that that doesn't have its own value. I want to see what we can do to go forward. And I sat and finally watched a James Carville interview, and I've known of James Carville since the 80s and 90s, of course. And he says some things. A famous Democrat, Clinton era Democrat. He said some things that I think on the surface I don't agree with, and I still don't. He has this kind of let's just sit back and watch it crumble fight. But I actually watched the whole interview, one of his interviews about it, and there was a lot of those like. Not wrong kind of take. Like I think the headline is bearing what he's trying to say, and some of it is the do what, do something, do what. He says it in a Southern drawl. Tell me what. Well, one of the things I think that is happening this week, I wanted to talk about as I take a quick swing through news. Like I said, I want to dive into more on this on Anytime. Is AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Someone that when she first hit on the scene, I definitely didn't like. Also, I was still kind of thought I was leaning that way, and I'm over on this side, and it was a different time. But one of the reasons I didn't care for her early on is I thought she was a danger. I thought she was a danger to the Republican Party because she was young, well-spoken, and saying things that were igniting a fan base. And as much as some people want to, she's highly educated, driven person, but a waitress turned elected representative was the talking point, and it's amazing to watch that from the outset be used against her. And I remember thinking again, my swing from right to left had really started earlier on, but I was still maybe trying to hold on to some things there. I always kept thinking don't highlight that. Like when the righties try to cancel her or dunk on her because a video emerged of her in college dancing on the roof with friends, and how dare she was dancing, because conservatives love attaching dancing to sin. I just remember thinking like you're gonna make her a bigger star. And I think that's part of it, because now that I've swung fully the other direction, I'm like, yeah, she is what I really believe is one of the things that needs to happen, which is the Democrats or whoever is the opposition right now. Maybe we don't need to put even names on it, party names on it. The opposition, you need to speak for the middle, not. Excuse me, I said that wrong. You need to speak from the middle, not for the middle, which has been historically the Dems' problems. That has always been a case for the people in my life. Them highfalutin lefties using their fancy words. It's wrong to think that, but that's kind of the truth when you boil it down. There's people in my life who are like, I couldn't vote for Obama. He just thought he was so smart. And now you could say there's some things dripping through that maybe are unprocessed, but I also think there's a reality to that. I have loved watching this week Bernie Sanders, that old dog, that old fighting dog, hitting the trail with AOC for these Fight the Oligarchy rallies. And the numbers are through the roofs. 3,000 expected in Tucson. They got 23,000. 34,000 in Denver. Denver's a part of the country that's like, Lauren Boebert, put her up there. We like her. Yeah, she ran a restaurant. So it's so weird, too, when you got someone like Lauren Boebert who ran shooters. And God bless her. It started a restaurant, make it gun themed. I don't care. I really don't care. But she goes from that to I'm going to get involved in the community and gets elected, and the right champions that where AOC collects tips, runs for office while bartending, and they hold that against her. You can see through it right away. A whole lot of things driven that. But anyways, watching them speak has been wonderful. And the AOC moment that's gone viral this week of I'm not a communist, I'm not a Marxist, I'm a waitress. That stuff will work. That's memeable. Alden and I just did an entire episode with the idea of the meme thing. Like that's the stuff that's going to break through. It's good. Serenity Jane says Denver has nothing to do with Boebert. That's Southern California. You're wrong. Actually, you're very wrong. You're wrong about that because I have some former coworkers who are in Denver proper who are violently opposition to the left. It is definitely, it's a big city, so I know what you're saying, but the friends I have in Denver are the ones I have to disassociate with on Facebook because their group, their friends, their family are destructive righties. And to see that big of a turnout in Denver was surprising to me, just based on that circle that I've been plugged in through former work employees. It's the land of John Elway. It's the land of the Broncos. We need a vanguard to get through it, and this might be the vanguard. Is what I say that. But I just love watching it. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about that because they're breaking through the walls with these quotable moments, these memeable moments, and it's coming from her. And the idea that she could be president, I think even 2 years ago, I would tell you. Absolutely not. The country's not ready for it, which is a problem. It's not going to happen. She's speaking like one now. I don't want her to even. This isn't building up a run either. I don't need her to run. I don't want her to run almost because that's when you turn to like a Newsom, where you're just building it up. You're building your thing. You're building your profile, and I want her to concentrate on what's going on right now, the fight. And Bernie's doing good. Donkeys, not Broncos. And I know what you mean. It's Red. I know what you mean. It's a big city. It's usually the thing there. But it's just I got people there. I got people there that I don't want to have there anymore. And I'm surprised to see that there. I got my fantasy baseball draft. Complete change of subject. Okay. Trying to figure some stuff out there. Denver had a massive Occupy Wall Street thing. They're 10 years back too. Yeah, and that connects to it too. Newsom is prepping himself for a secretary. Yeah, there's no chance he'll be president. Anyways, I just want to share that. I was excited about that, seeing some of the clips where I'm looking for things that work. I'm less interested about the things that are going on because they're horrible. I'm seeing them, I'm reading them. I don't need to see them anymore. Let's have conversations about what's working and what could work. I think that. Jonas says, who do you think will run for president for the Republican Party next time? Donald J. Trump. If he's alive by then, because I only say that. FBI, CIA, Secret Service. I'm saying that because he's older. He's at that age. Okay. That's all. That's a reality. If it was a reality with Biden, it's going to be a reality with him in 4 years. But if he's still around taking, they're going to try to make that work. Alden says this. Like many white guys before him, Gavin ruined his whole presence by buying podcast equipment. Hey, that's true. Svetnik says, I don't think red or blue takes JD seriously enough. Yeah, JD. Tully, what do you think? Do I know who Rube Waddell is? Are you talking about the baseball legend Rube Waddell? I don't know. I don't know who that is. If it's not the baseball, if it's not a baseball related, I don't know. All right, 4:30. Good bad food. Right now though, we're gonna take a call. Not even sure if he has a shirt on. It's not a camera shot, but it's okay. I just always curious.
No,
Jared the Time Pilot. Sorry, I set you up in such a bad way.
I'm too tired to care today.
Mm.
I got no voice. Everything hurts. Played a show last night.
Oh, yeah, you played a show. Late show. It was a late show.
I mean,
how did it go down? Well, you're in punk rock. Time. Yeah, you're not going to do punk rock at 7 p.m.
No, we played an indoor skate park last night, and if any of you are in the Discord and go to the Blathering tab, you will see me make an ass of myself by falling down a ramp while playing my guitar.
I think that should go viral. Does Concept of a Plan have a TikTok yet? Put that up.
It does. It does.
Put it up. Okay, put it up there.
Oh, it's up there. It's up there.
Okay, it'll go viral. Just give it some time.
But I was at the top of a little quarter pipe, and I thought I could just, step off and walk down it and also I thought I was still 20 years old, which was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
No. Ken can probably see it, but there's some battle scars right there.
That looks disgusting. That looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was a great show.
How did it feel? When did you start this band, Concepts of a Plan? It was during the run of this show, right?
Yeah, October.
So how many shows now?
This has been 3.
3 shows. That's enough to get signed. People have been signed on less. How's it going? How do you feel? How excited are you to be in this punk band?
It's been a good 10 years since I've been in a band, so it really feels good again, especially with the state of lay world. And
were you always on the punk side of things, or were you like in a jazz quartet? What was it?
No, it's either been a punk band or actually, funny enough, a reggae band. Because
hold on. Okay, I just needed to process that. Okay.
Yep.
A South Boston reggae band.
Hey, a bunch of white kids getting stoned, and
that should have been the name. Stoned white kids.
Oh, our name was One Last Hit.
Okay, I like that actually. All right, what's on your mind tonight? I got good bad food in a few minutes here, but I want to hear from you. What's on your mind?
Oh God, actually, wanted to talk about that. I was going to ask you, what's the funniest thing you've seen during a live show of a musician absolutely making an ass out of themselves? Not, doesn't ruin the show, nobody gets hurt, but just like I said, I fell down a ramp and kept trying to play.
I saw, but punk man. I saw Liam Gallagher get hit in the head with a beach ball and storm off stage.
Oh,
after throwing the beach ball back at the crowd, he came back. He didn't quit, but he came back. I've seen a lot of amateurs. Early days, I had a lot of roommates and stuff in bands, and so I'd go to this place called the Cobalt Cafe in LA, which was kind of a infamous / famous little punk scene hangout and an indie band hangout. Nothing there though. Nothing I wish I'd seen a stage dive that missed something like that. But I've been pretty fortunate. The Liam Gallagher thing. When you I've seen enough Oasis shows that the fact that they didn't fight each other or someone completely storm off stage forever is a plus.
Oh God, I have a similar feeling about the original Misfits lineup, Jerry Only and Danzig, of how much they do not like each other. Right. And every once in a while they'll do the full band reunion. I'm like, I want to go, not for the music. I just want to see if they finally get into a fist fight on stage.
Yeah, what was it Perry Farrell and that whole mess a couple months ago with was it Jane's or was it the other bit someone help me out there. Not only a couple months ago, he and Navarro got in a fight. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Interesting. No, I haven't seen that. What have you witnessed other than your own fall?
What was it? In the early aughts, was watching Dropkick Murphys at a local place out here.
Oh yeah, banned from X. Dropkick Murphys.
Good for them.
Good for them,
But the guitar player they had at the time, he had a thing where he'd be on the front of the stage, turn his back, and just fall and let people catch him. They forgot to catch him that night.
Oh, see, that's the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a good 4.5, 5 foot fall.
Oh, ouch. Ouch. I've been to some hardcore shows. My good friend, his younger brother was in like a hardcore and metalcore and all that kind of stuff and screamcore and all the cores in the world. And we went up one night because he was getting death threats from a rival band or something. So his older brother, my friend, police officer, and we kind of rolled up to like, let's even the score. And nothing happened because they were all 19 and wimps. But I loved watching the crowds in those mosh pit heavy kind of shows. It turned me old fast.
Oh, trust me, I feel the same way. I just look at it and be like, that used to be me. And then I just look down, hey knees, remember when you didn't have arthritis?
There you go. Laserbolt's been in bands. At a bar gig my band played at, the owner started putting our equipment out on the sidewalk in the middle of our first set. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
That's pretty epic, Laser.
Yeah. Oh, Jonas is excited. Jonas really excited that I got to go to some metalcore and hardcore and screamcore. I think I've mentioned this before. The band, one of the bands that my friend's younger brother, a friend of mine too, my friend Jeff, was in it. Was called the name of the band was "I Just Got Shot in the Face," and I'm actually thanked in one of the liner notes. All right, so Jonas, I'm that connected to hardcore, metalcore, screamcore, whatever core band. There you go. My name's there. Great stuff, Jared. All right, so we're almost ready for good bad food. I don't want to step on the lead, but in general, your thoughts on Peeps, Jared?
They are a crime against humanity.
Wow. Look, I got to tell you, you had your mayonnaise on things, good bad food. Ken Plume had the Spam. I think those are cakewalks. I didn't know that Dr. Addy and I are going to be walking into a buzzsaw of opinions on Peeps.
I can't stand him. And I have an uncle who makes it worse, where he likes to wait to eat his Peeps till they go stale. He'll like crack the seal, let them go stale and get crunchy, and then eat them.
Okay, as someone who doesn't like marshmallows beyond lightly toasted, actually, Grace would yell at me if she'd say she'd dispute that. I like my marshmallows kind of warm if we're doing a campfire thing, where she literally sets them on fire. And so I think the stale Peeps might not work for me.
Oh, look at that. Addie's already agreeing. Let's get to Addie. She's got to defend her point here. I've already called them a crime.
It's just going to be
I will
fire marshmallows.
Yeah, I will see you Thursday for our season finale for Thrones.
Yes. Okay. I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Clip is up on Castle Talk. All right.
I really appreciate like that. Like, that's awesome.
You appreciate it? You're a bully who forced me to do Casterly Talk content again. Don't act all sweet by this. You're a manipulator, and I followed you like you're a cult leader. It's impressive.
Look at this puppy face. How can you?
I appreciate it too, buddy. Right. It's been a lot of fun. And Alden and I confirmed off air again. We were looking at when he gets back from Star Wars Celebration in April. If he's allowed back in the country, we'll see about that. We're going to kick up Casterly Talk again with some basically going to do monthly specials that will be clipped out to kind of keep the channel going until we can get back to it full time. So thank you, buddy.
Of course, guys. Well, everybody stay safe. Defend your shit, Addy.
It's going to be it. We've got Addy here lined up. Thank you all for letting me talk and get through the news and hang out with all of you here. Been a lot of fun. I do want to highlight a couple things here on the Patreon page. Head on over. You can not only get some comedy stuff. Remember when I used to be a comic? Yeah, I'm having some issues here now, like getting booked. I don't know what's going on. Some sets are on there. Young Guns watch along, which means I got to finally do that Young Guns 2. I've been threatening for a year. But also Pop Rockin' Radio, new episode is up. and great stuff on episode 33 of Pop Rockin' Radio. If you can't stay up and listen to it on Hall of Fame Music Radio, got Joy Division, Pulp, The Primitives, some new music from Lucy Dacus, and new music from the Spin Doctors. That's right, I said it. New music from the Spin Doctors. It's 2025. Head over to the Patreon page to get that. All right, I think we're ready. Getting the camera shot going. This is what we call... This is Good Bad Food. And Addie, are you ready? Yes, she is. I'm going to bring you to the stage here. This is going to be a lot of fun. We are going to defend Peeps. You've got a peep pop? What is that?
It is a peep on a stick.
Hear that, everybody? They're serving them on sticks now. This is great. Okay.
They make several on sticks at a time too. I get
saw
those.
That. So you have
like a peep kebab.
A peep kebab. That's what I saw at the big box store I went to. I was really hoping to get the Dr. Pepper Peeps. I couldn't find those. I know David Mackay, you got them. Okay, and David Mackay put out a Blue Sky post, which I appreciated, David. By the way, David's got a sexy beard. Let's give it up for David's beard. But he got some Dr. Pepper Peeps and many others. I could only get what I shared earlier. These delights. But what I did see was the peep on a stick, the peep kebabs, which had 4 or 5 mini peeps on it. You got a big one, though.
Yeah, it was a bunny. It no longer has ears. I have been waiting 27 minutes to eat this thing and could not wait any longer. The Dr. Pepper ones smell like Dr. Pepper.
Okay, that's both. I consider that good. Let me check here on the poll, Addie, and then I want you to take it away and explain what you love about Peeps. So 28 votes are in. 28 votes are in. Peeps, yay or nay? Yay, 39%. We have some heroes out there. Nay, 61%, Addie. This is a controversial opinion.
I mean, I don't frequently get to tell 23 people why they're wrong, but, you know...
Well, now you do. Tell them. Tell us. I'm here.
No, I did that math wrong. But still, anyway. It is sugar. Like, that's all it is. It is like mainlining a pixie stick, except it's more delicious.
Yeah.
Like wine and cheese, it only gets better with age. I have to agree with Jared's uncle. My mother used to buy Peeps when I was little, poke holes in the plastic wrap, and then wait 3 days to eat them.
I'm gonna have to try this with my next round.
They're like, don't let them get like super hard stale, but just a little bit less fluffy.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good. Because if they're too early, they're a little cotton candy. Too late, they're hockey pucks maybe. They're weapons, military grade rations. When did you first get introduced to Peeps? When did they enter your life?
I cannot remember a time in my life before the Peep.
No pre-life Peep, no pre-Peep life.
No.
Okay.
No, I have a very big sweet tooth, Ken, which I do think part of the dividing line for this is going to be how much sugar you can handle, because it is just pure sugar. It is just pure sugar.
Yep.
If you look at the back of this package of Dr. Pepper Peeps that I have.
Yeah, Reed, what's in there? What do we want to? How many things are going to upset Robert Kennedy Jr. here?
There are 24 grams of sugar and 1 gram of protein, and everything else is a big fat 0. But there's protein.
We got protein. We got protein. Oh my God! Per 4 chick serving, 210 calories. Saturated fats 2. I shouldn't. The sodium level alone. But that's the thing.
Chocolate, though. That's the chocolate that's on the bottom of those.
That's true.
For me, 4 chicks is 110 calories.
Oh, see, you're doing it right. You're healthy. You're healthy. You're gonna make Peeps healthy again. Yes. Yes.
It's a diet food. What are you talking about?
Was it handed down to you? Because for me, it was something handed down. It was an early. There was 2 candies I remember being introduced when I was still in Orange County, which is we left when I was about 7. So this is a 5 or 6 range. I remember getting Peeps and candy cigarettes. And eventually my dad yanked the candy cigarettes out of my hand when he saw me tapping the carton and pretending to light it up. He was okay, I'm on to big tobacco at that point, said my dad. But Peeps continued, which might have been more of a health issue. Were they handed down, relatives, school? How did they find you?
Yeah, I mean, I can remember them being just like, there's a row of Peeps sitting in the grass of my Easter basket, like waiting for me to eat them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like I said, like I had them as kids. Like it was the candy of the season.
You're bringing up the memory of the Easter basket, and I'm willing to concede slightly to haters like Jared the Tie Pilot, sitting there on his snooty anti-peep throne in Boston, that there's some nostalgia to the Easter basket where you'd wake up, and of course we'd give our thanks to Jesus, he is risen, and then my mom and dad would hand me the basket with the fake grass, and there'd be like an egg, and then you open up the egg and there'd be a peep inside, which meant that my parents unwrapped the peeps and individually put them in Easter eggs. No health concerns there. So there is some nostalgia to this, right?
Yeah, I definitely think there's some nostalgia to it. Yeah, it's like, you know, eating grandma's homemade cookies and like just the things that sort of take you back to your childhood, like sugar now on a stick.
Sugar on a stick.
My childhood.
All right, I'm gonna do a little ASMR here. Do some crinkles and open it up here. Okay, so this is new for me. Love my Peeps. I've never had one with chocolate. Look at that little chocolate.
I have never had one of those either. I see them every time I go peep shopping.
Look at
I say like I do it a lot.
8984M. Look at this. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
I am not a peep of all seasons girl. Like I eat peeps at Easter. I don't buy the Halloween ones. I don't buy the Christmas ones. There are other forms of sugar I will consume in those times of year. I am with, I think it was JMB earlier. I am a candy corn person at Halloween. Which, quite frankly, if you are a candy corn person and you're not a Peeps person, I'm not, unless it's a texture thing. I don't know that I understand.
I wonder if there's
because it's just corn syrup in a different form.
I wonder what the Venn diagram looks like of candy corn fans and Peep fans, of which I'm fans of both. You are too. I'd love to see. Is it just two circles on top of each other?
I don't think it's quite two circles, because at least one person in the comments likes candy corn and doesn't like Peeps. And I can only imagine it's a texture thing.
Yeah, might be it. Jared says candy corn is just wrong. See, Jared, we need the guy puts mayonnaise in everything.
I don't think he gets a vote. Like, I'm sorry.
Democracy is dead in America and on this show when it comes to Peeps. So 210 calories per chick, LQ. So here's one. Here's a thought here.
For 4.
And here's what. Is it for 4 or per 4? You're right.
Yeah, that serving is 4 chicks.
Yeah. You're right. I read that wrong. Okay. Here's what I want to do here too on the good bad. If you're up for this, Addie, in chat now, you have all shared your opinions, but you negative peepers, put your opinions. Jonas Bergen says Ken's community's turning toxic. I'm telling you, it's always the food that brings it up. If put a clear, concise why you don't like Peeps, not just that they suck, and goes. Put a reason in there, and we'll see if Addie, and I'll help. But Addie, you got this. Can refute it or maybe come to an understanding about Peeps. And then while I'm gathering those, I got to say, I'm not. The chocolate on the bottom of the Peep, Addie, changes the experience. Not in a bad way, but not in a better way. I'm not sure if I like this. It dominates. The chocolate dominates.
That's why I've never tried it. Like, I think it would be closer to eating a s'more.
Kind of, yes.
Now, I will say, and I'm sad you couldn't find them, while people are attempting to defend their Peep hate. The thing that I love most about the Dr. Pepper Peeps, I am a Dr. Pepper fan. Dr. Pepper has been my favorite for a while. I used to live in the birthplace of Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
But for health reasons, I can no longer drink carbonated beverages.
Okay. That's all right. You're in a good spot.
This is just, it's Dr. Pepper. It's amazing.
So you're like getting your fix. Without.
I have 8 packages of these at work right now because it tastes just like a Dr. Pepper, and I think it's amazing. I also think it's a little bit scary because I have to imagine now the chemicals that are either present in this or in Dr. Pepper that they can replicate that taste so easily.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
why I was.
you know-
I always say one of my favorite flavors is the chemical that replicates peach in things. Yeah.
you know that like lift in the roof of your mouth when you first sip a Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
That happens when you bite into this peach.
Spoken like someone with a problem, Addie. And look, I'm someone who once had those 19 glasses of Dr. Pepper at Chili's and got cut off by the waitress because she thought she was going to take me to the hospital. You mentioned you bring these to work. Do any of your students know your Peep Love, and do they provide you with Peeps as a bribe or just a thank for your hard work?
No, it has never come up in class. I have taken the Dr. Pepper ones in particular to lunch with me to share with my coworkers who have all enjoyed them.
That's sweet. All right, we got some checking in here. Happy Peeps Day to you as well, Brian Jackson, Mr. McClunky. All right, so Serenity Jane. Serenity Jane says, too much sugar. I'll take my robin eggs, which, all right, so it's not so much a sugar thing, but I will concede this now. I have a little bit of a tooth issue right now. Maybe need to see a dentist, but it's fine. It's manageable with some flossing. I don't know what's going on. Occasionally it bleeds. Don't worry about it, folks. Don't worry about it. But these Peeps have activated some pain. The sugar is doing something in there.
While we're sharing inappropriate teeth things, I have a temporary filling and have only been chewing them on one side of my mouth.
I'm going to have to do that for these last two.
Because it is a lot of sugar. I will concede that to Serenity Jane. I think if you are not a sweet person, and I think that can change with age, like I can't eat a lot of chocolate anymore. I used to be a big chocolate person, and now like I go to restaurants and like the triple chocolate cake. I'm like, this is too much chocolate, which is words I never thought I would say out loud.
I'm one of those. Let me if I see a 4-pack of Twix, I'm going to pick it up, and I've had to stop. I don't like it anymore. I like the candy, but I don't like the feeling.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I will concede it's too sweet.
It's too sweet. It can be. This is why only around Easter, and this is about as far as I'll go. And I still, I'm gonna finish these, Cam.
And like, I eat that one on a stick and 2 of my Dr. Pepper chickies. The rest of these are gonna go in like a bag. I can't eat this entire thing of Dr. Pepper chicks on air.
That's smart.
There will be consequences.
Jonas says, "You Americans eat like you have health insurance." That hurts, Jonas. That hurts. Okay, look, Jonas. I once heard of you walking up to a Del Taco drive-through. Don't win in America. So Jared,
Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to go somehow,
right.
And I'm a chemist. The odds are that's going to be cancer. So I'm going to enjoy myself on the way.
We're diving off the deep end here. I love it. Jared does say
going
this.
Dark, friends. Going dark.
The taste and the texture. Look, I can't combat that one, Addie, because if that's just what it is, that's just what it is.
But he puts mayonnaise on French fries.
Yeah, I know. See, and I was pro mayonnaise on things, but. See, he's a sour guy. This is a sweet thing. I don't know.
I feel like a little bit of this, and this is not to the people we're preparing. This is not to the people who have made good points of why they personally do not like Peeps. But I feel like it has come to a cultural place that is the same as the pumpkin spice latte. Mm-hmm. I personally hate the pumpkin spice latte because I had one and didn't like the way it tasted. I am curious how many adults that hate Peeps, how recently they've eaten a Peep.
Okay. That's a fair question. I put it out there to all of you. All you Peep haters. Jared, when's the last time you've stuffed a Peep into your mouth? I said Peep, Jared. Okay. Osvetnik says this. Marshmallows in general make me gag. I've never heard that. Not wrong for Osvetnik. Ethan, it's the texture. Too fluffy, too sweet. So putting the too sweet aside, we've dealt with that a little bit. Too fluffy.
That sounds like you just need to let them get a little stale, Svetnik.
Oh, yeah. See?
Have you tried the stale peep?
Mm-hmm.
The stale peep might be your answer.
I think I got to be careful. I almost put sugar in. I got to use this finger. Tully says my high school science teacher demonstrated how vacuums work by tossing a peep in one, and we have to watch it inflate.
We did that too. It's amazing.
My buddy Joey Bean says Tapatio, Tapatio is an old joke with my former girlfriend. Tapatio flavored Peeps. I'm game for that. If they exist, I want to do it.
Okay, to Joey Bean's 81, Peeps don't taste fresh. Okay.
Look, Joey's a mixer. Oh, so Plume has an interesting idea. Drop those Peeps in coffee or tea. I'll keep the tea out. I don't do highfalutin tea. That's a Democratic problem. I stick with the coffee, the working man. But have you ever done that? Have you ever dipped? Have you ever dipped these Peeps in anything?
I have not, but I'm thinking about all the times I've poured marshmallows into hot chocolate. And now I want to go brew a cup of hot chocolate and drop. Well, I only now have Dr. Pepper flavored Peeps. That might be a mistake.
That might be a thing, but you got to try this. Plume's on to something. Plume, and they dissolve. Yeah, okay. He's on to Plume. And then 8984M is look, the drive-by. I like tea. I just it's.
Oh, I
tea.
hate tea.
Tea is just. I tell you, I like tea in concept. 8984M. Tea in execution is never a good thing. But
I hate the taste of it.
See, clutches, pearls, and British. I've offended the UK.
I know. UK. I can never move to England because I don't like tea, and that makes me very sad.
I know it's slightly. I know it's everybody's got a. Well, it's a different tea. Got it. But James Holmes, sorry being dipping in and out of the stream. Is Peep like candy floss? Please forgive my ignorance. No. There's a lot of folks, who have not experienced these just because these are definitely probably mostly an American thing.
They are. I looked up the history of Peeps briefly Thursday after 60 Seconds of Science, and they are made in America.
JMB, I'm losing a world war here. JMB says, you have some Brits and Asians in here. You can't win the tea war on two fronts. Yes, I feel trapped. I feel like I'm in a pincher in the Blitzkrieg. All right,
we can just dump it in a harbor again. We'll go visit Jared and we'll dump it in the harbor. It'll be fine.
LQ's the we'll call it the great compromiser. I love tea, coffee, and hot chocolate, and but not so much the Peeps. All right, so we got us Svetniks here. Jonas says again, Peeps equal nay because it's made of gelatin, if you will, and in my opinion, that's super disgusting. So again, an opinion. We're not here to change your opinion, but your response to that as I take a bite of my final Peep of the night and perhaps the season.
Again, I can't. Gelatin is pork based, so if you are
these aren't vegan
or
Grace can't have these,
or Jewish and keep kosher, you cannot have Peeps. So if it is for one of those reasons you don't like gelatin, I once again can't defend that because
look,
what am I gonna do? Like
but again, Jonas went to a Del Taco on foot. Okay, I've seen it. I witnessed it by pictures.
I got nothing.
All right.
Again, unless you are, there are certain textures that I cannot stand. So, like, I try really hard not to yuck people's yum, except for Jared, the Thai pilot. Because,
he deserves it. Jonas says he's an angry straight edge vegan. He is. He's a rocker.
He can't eat them for Grace couldn't have them either.
Grace could not have him either. No, absolutely.
I have a research student who's a vegan. She can't have him either.
And I don't think Grace has ever had a Peep because she was raised in a very health conscious family where Grace one time, true story, beginning of her relationship, called me from like a Burger King and she was like, I don't know how to use the soda machine. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, I was never allowed to have soda as a kid. How do you work this thing? It was great.
In Grace's defense, was it one of the normal ones or was it one of those Coke Freestyle machines?
It was one of the new ones. Not one of the new ones with the touchscreens. It was like a classic. It was like a classic. All right, my final Peep of the day. and again, perhaps of the season. The chocolate, I would avoid the chocolate ones going forward.
You make me want to smush it between two graham crackers and eat it that way. Like it's 2/3 of the way to a s'more, which is just a different indulgence.
Okay, final one.
And I do have to say, I have been resistant of the flavors of Peeps they have come out with in recent years. I was always a classic fan. The Dr. Pepper ones are the first one I've tried. But it makes me want to try more. When I was looking for the Dr. Pepper ones this morning, I saw chocolate pudding flavored and
I'm in on that.
Rice Krispie treat flavored, which confuses me because isn't a Rice Krispie treat mostly marshmallows?
It is, but it's got a flavor to it. It's got an atmosphere. It's got a vibe to it. So our buddy Anka, one of the mainstays of the GPA community from years ago, asks a question. She's not from Detroit. So is it marshmallow? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Here, I'll. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? There we go. So it is marshmallow coated in sugar.
Yeah, but it's like it's a different kind of. I mean, it's got pork in it. As Jonas is saying, it's a marshmallow. It's marshmallow adjacent. What'd you say? Look at that. See?
It has the same consistency as a marshmallow.
Yes. All right. So Armada says even as much as I don't like Peeps,
which is also just pure sugar.
Same. Just delivered slightly different. So Armada says, even as much as I don't like Peeps, I'm kind of partial to marshmallows. So this kind of is why I brought it up here. I think if you like marshmallows, Soul Sugar, oh no, good to see you here. Marshmallow that if it got thrown into a reactor, yeah. Concept of a marshmallow.
See, I kind of disagree. I really don't think there's a difference between a Peep and a marshmallow.
I think there is. But
I also don't just like freewheel eat marshmallows. So. Oh,
see. Oh yeah, we'll do that. We'll get a bag and do a. I have the fire pit in the backyard and we'll roast some marshmallows and then I spend the next 2 weeks just eating handfuls of marshmallows. Love them. Love plain marshmallows.
I'm not a roasted marshmallow person.
All right, that's fair. Okay, 8984M says, my package says marshmallow. Here's the thing. I do think the packages say marshmallow because legally they have to categorize it as something. I think it's something. But, okay, final thoughts here, Addie. Good, bad food. You have started a campfire here in chat. I think Jared said this is our blathering version of the Last Jedi discourse. Like this is split friends and family here in the chat. But your final thoughts on Peeps and how maybe to convince someone to try a Peep.
I mean, for less than $3,
it's a price point.
You can buy 15 chicks that if you eat all of them is less than the breakfast sandwich I had from Dunkin' this morning.
See?
Does it have the same nutritional value that breakfast sandwich does?
No.
Absolutely not. But it probably has the same nutritional value as the donut you could have gotten from Dunkin' that would have been the same amount of calories.
Yep. Price point.
And some sort of magic makes these Peeps in particular taste like the greatest soda ever made.
So for you, it's a win. It's a combination of two wonderful things.
And so because of this, you can get both a sugar high and just deliciousness for the low cost of less than a dozen eggs.
There you go. Yeah. You're worried about your egg wars? Get these.
Rather than buying eggs, buy chicks.
Cooper's mocking us. Peeps, they're cheap. Well done. Addie, a big home run there. I love Peeps. Clearly just down 4. I might be slightly nauseated and lightheaded, but that might be related to other things.
I think I ate one too many. I ate one too many.
Yep. I think I hit my peak.
I have crumble cookies waiting for me that I'm probably not going to eat tonight.
Well, you got to get to your dinner then, if that's what you're having for dinner. Addie, thank you. Good Bad Food kind of continues because I'm going to have 898 for him. Try it here. Oh, boy. Oh, they're good. Try them. Thank you for
Just not the
Peeps.
chocolate ones. Don't do the chocolate ones. That was the problem.
Yep. It's a lot. Thank you, Addie. I appreciate. We love when you come in for 60 Seconds of Science, but this was fun to debate Peeps with the world.
Happy to do it, Ken. Now I'm going to go have a very large glass of water.
Well deserved. Dr. Addie, everybody. Dr. Addie, check it in. And that is... Laserbolt says you have to chew them. That might have been the problem. Might have been the problem. All right, let's do this. Brady is going to come on here. 898-4M. Look, Brady he's a youngster. He's got a future. I don't want to ruin the future, but Brady, are you ready to do this?
First, I got to ask, are you okay?
I think I'm okay. It was a big bite and a lot of things going on. I'm here. I'm only 2 weeks removed from what I thought was a heart attack. It's everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right. So 898-4M, you are explain your relationships to Peeps, meaning you've never had them. How is that possible? I know you're younger. I know you're raised a little differently culturally than my suburban white American upbringing. Like what? How does it all add up to know Peeps?
Yeah, so I think a big part of it is I grew up with an immigrant family, so I don't think they even know what Peeps are, to be honest. I'm talking about my parents.
Are you excited to be able to bring this back to them next time you're at their table here?
I don't think they can eat it anymore.
Okay. All right.
Sugar, I'm just wondering.
I'm wondering.
Yeah. They're also Asian, so they do not like sugar. So.
Yeah. Okay. Which is, it's a good thing. Yeah. All right. So, what kind of Peeps did you pick up today?
I just got the normal Peeps. It says I'm guessing all of them are gluten free and fat free anyway. Okay. I don't see how gluten can get into it since it's just sugar and gelatin.
Maybe it's nice. It's just a good marketing thing to say. Gluten free.
Fat free. Isn't gelatin fat though?
If you have ones that say fat free, I'd be worried about what's in there. But let's not worry about that while you try. Okay. So what color Peeps did you get? Yeah.
So I got the yellow ones.
Yep. Classic Peep. Okay.
Yeah. And they're a little bit hard. I don't know if they're supposed to be hard.
They're on the outside. The inside is more the concern. What did you get them at a gas station? Was there expiration date on it? Did it say?
I got them at a Rite Aid. I don't know if since Rite Aid's going bankrupt, maybe they're old.
Maybe. All right. Here we go. I'm sorry to be doing this to you, but this is the highlight of my day, other than Addie defending these things. Could you please open up the Peep and try your first Peep? This is Brady Kyrie, 898-4M, one of the stalwart members of our community here, and he's willing to sacrifice himself for this here. All right.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a little opening in the package.
Oh, it's just...
Maybe that's it's sugar. I wouldn't worry. It's sugar. Bacteria can't thrive in this environment.
Nah. You're okay. You're okay.
Okay,
let's see. We're not legally liable for anything, right, Producer Steve? Yeah, we're not legally liable for anything that happens here. Okay. All right. Tell us.
Sugar coating.
Yeah. Okay. So take me through this here. This is true late night radio. How does it feel in your hands? What's the smell? What's going on?
So it doesn't smell like anything, to be honest. It's actually kind of soft. I can see how it's a marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
It's white on the inside, yellow on the outside. Kind of like some people. Not just kidding.
All right. Okay. Are you ready to take your first bite of a Peep ever?
Yeah. Maybe this might be a milestone in my life. I don't know. Let's see.
Okay. Here we go. Right. 3, 2, 1. He's still alive. I hear the chewing.
It tastes like marshmallow.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's really sweet. Oh my god, it's really sweet.
He just fell out of his chair.
That is wow. How'd you eat 5 of them?
I only ate 4. A 5th one would have killed me.
Oh my god, that is sweet. Whoa.
I love. I can hear the moment it hit you. I can hear the moment it went from teeth to tongue to brain.
Yeah, I think that's the last one of my day.
Yeah, you're one and done. Okay,
One and
maybe
done.
tomorrow for breakfast.
Yeah.
You'll look at them at the shelf. Okay.
They're not half bad. They're just like sugar crusted marshmallows.
Okay. He said, okay, Addie, mark it down. He said not bad. He said not bad. He's not opposed to them.
Yeah. I've made my own marshmallows and they just taste like stale marshmallows.
You've made your own marshmallows?
Yeah, it's really easy actually. It's just sugar plus syrup and gelatin, I think. Yeah.
And you just stir it up?
You have to stir it up. You have to heat it up and then you stir it. You stir it and be careful because that thing is it's gonna be really hot if you get on your hand.
The marshmallow? Okay.
Yeah, it'll hurt.
All right. How are you doing now that you've ingested that into your system? That was everything I wanted. I'm glad you didn't like barf or pass out or get mad at me, but I loved feeling the sugar hit your brain there. But you think you're done? You're gonna try it again? Maybe dip it in some coffee tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe I'll have it with some coffee. Yeah, I already had some pancakes earlier today, so I think I'm good with sugar today.
Yep.
I need to go on a rant. So
Solskjaer 99 says cheap and not half bad. We're gonna put that on the packaging now.
Yeah, they were only $1 at my store, like $1.50. I haven't bought something for $1
in this economy. In this world, everything going on out there right now, eggs are $14 a dozen. I know they're supposed to be going down. Peeps, how many in that package? 4 or 5?
So they're 4 now. They're 5.
So 5. All right, 5 Peeps for $1.50. Look, man, look. You're living a life. You're living a high life if that's what you're getting. Good for you. Good for you.
And one more thing, tea ain't highfalutin. If you get good tea, it's gonna cost like $2, like a giant package of leaves.
Look, man. I'll tell you what. First of all, I don't love tea. I sometimes have to have it. I'll get a little throat coat if I get sick or something like that. And I've tried to do all right, I should switch to tea. Nothing against tea lovers and nothing against the cultures in which tea is more prominent. Coffee's not a great thing. It's not so much that I love coffee over tea. It's just like hot boiled water with a hint of flavor is just the worst thing in the world to me.
Oh, so you see, that sounds like you haven't had a good brand of tea.
But what is that? We have 92 types of tea in this house. Grace is a tea person and a coffee person. So both can exist. I just don't know. Sell it to me. It's not a good, bad food. It's loved worldwide. Hot water with a murky hint of some sort of herbal flavor. Like what is even like chamomile tea? What is that? What is that?
I don't think I've had chamomile tea. But yeah, just like a green tea. If you get it I get it straight from the source, just from the family. And it's cheap. The really good ones, it's gonna be cheap.
Okay.
None of the importation stuff, but it should have like a little slightly sweet and grassy flavor. And
grassy, but you just said grassy flavor. Okay, and Jared says the bean juice drinker. I put so much stuff in my coffee, I can't taste the bean juice. I'm one of those. So, what do you put in your tea, Brady?
You don't put anything in your tea.
You don't put anything in your tea?
Yeah, you gotta. You see, it's the size of the. This is gonna sound super pretentious, but it's true.
Yes, that's my problem with tea drinkers. You're all kind of inherently pretentious. You're like Tony Gilroy talking about Rogue One.
Hey now, my family, we were just a bunch of farmers, and even the poor farmers, we have a little cup. It's a small cup. You pour your tea in it, and you just need that.
Okay.
Just many pours of tea. You break some bread.
Yeah.
Have some sunflower seeds.
Sunflowers. Okay. Tea with honey is delight. I've had tea with honey. Anke Van Doorn said English tea. I'm an English tea drinker. Yeah, the English dump a bunch of stuff in there.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Okay. LQ is saying you don't need to put anything in most teas, but you can have a good milk tea, Hong Kong style.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. If I get to Hong Kong or if I get to out to Japan, I'm not going this year, 1 year. If I get back to London, I will sample any tea anyone wants to put in front of me.
Ooh,
and I'll do it in honor of you, Brady, having a peep for me.
Yeah, get yourself some good matcha latte. You don't even need to go to you don't need to go far out in LA, No,
I can get one. I can get a matcha latte 3 minutes from this house. Grace gets them all the time. I don't know what that is. What the hell is matcha?
Matcha. It's just like it's green tea the old-fashioned way. They grind it into like a powder, and then they have to stir it and make it foamy.
Okay. You're talking about powder getting foamy. It's a
Hey, that's just coffee, right? Coffee is a powder.
And that's the other thing too. Now here's the thing. I will say this, and this might seem weird. I'm a big fan of iced tea. So, in fact, I just had lunch with Mark Ellis and Christian Ruvacaba today. I had 6 iced teas. Okay, and that might seem weird, but it's the heat. You add the heat, and then once it goes cold, producer Steve. This is why we're simpatico here. Not a fan of cold tea. The moment the tea goes cold, it's not like a fun iced tea that I can get at Sizzler. It is a disappointing experience when the tea goes cold. So then I feel I have to chug the tea, but I can't because it's too hot because I've just boiled water and dropped a bag of dirt in it.
Yeah. Cold tea ain't it.
There you go. Okay, we can agree on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just get some good loose leaf tea, and a small cup.
I know.
See, a small cup. If you have a big cup, that's fancy.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Tell you what. One day you and I are going to get a proper Chinese meal in town. We've talked about this Chinese food meal in town. If we get some tea at dinner, I will honor you by having some tea.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll teach you the right way. I don't know if the tea is going to be good in LA, but
I'm sure it is.
If you don't like it, I'm just going to say it's bad tea.
See, even Anka says cold tea is a big no. There you go. There you go. All right, Brady, thank you for calling it. Thank you for that peep.
Yeah.
Rest well. Take a nap. If you start feeling woozy or lightheaded, just slow down, okay? Call a friend. If you go out alone tonight, tell people where you are, okay?
Yeah. This is post-peep. My life has changed.
You'll never be the same again.
Yeah.
You'll never be the same again. All right, thank you. Brady, everybody, 8984M checking in today. All right, we're rolling along here. You guys think you're changing my life. Yeah, I've had a ton of tea, man. And again, if I don't like it, fine. And if you don't like Peeps, fine. Jared and I will get along. It's just as a concept. Again, coffee's to me, it's a working man's drink, man. It's a let's grab a coffee, put 2 creams, 2 sugars in it. Let's go build something. Let's go patrol. Let's do something. Let's stay up late at night. I don't know. All right. So in chat here, there we go. Steve is hold on. Plume says this. I also put a brilliant tin of Fortnum and Mason Christmas tea gifted me once. You lost me at brilliant tin. I don't want a brilliant tin of everything. I want to wake up, go to some truck and say coffee, 2 creams and a sugar, and hit the trail. I don't want a tin of anything. This is where you all lose me on your teas. All right. Steve has put up a link here in the chat. It is a blather bracket. Fill it out. We're going to be putting together. It's March Madness right now, after school sports. I watched a little bit of it today at lunch. Watched Patino and Calipari. What's his name? Calipari. I watched them fight, the coaches. And so, but we're going to do a pop culture one, which is going to be fun. And Steve has put together this bracket, help us decide the 4th quadrant. And I'm going to go back to being, as Ken Plume describes me, a classless buffoon. You don't speak for the middle. You speak from the middle. I'm going to run for office next. All right, call it in tonight. We keep the cameras for Thursday just because you want to give him a break. We're going to keep looking at his beard and make him self-conscious. Producer Steve's here. How we doing? Peeps, teas, where are you at with all this?
Oh, I've got peep takes. Yeah, no, thank you for having me as always. I'm pro peep.
You're pro peep?
I'm pro peep. I think sugar is one of those great things that exists as just several states of matter on its own. And peep just represents one of those states of matter for sugar. I mean, you've got cotton candy, Peeps, the Pixie Stick, the Jolly Rancher, ices, hot icy on a cinnamon roll. Sugar is hot, it's cold, it's a liquid, it's a powder, it's a gaseous, stringy fiber like cotton candy is. I'm pro peep.
You're pro
it's really
peep.
great. It's a great move by the marshmallow company to be like, okay, we sell marshmallows. Let's also sell some marshmallows by just throwing some sugar on that and then make it more expensive than the regular marshmallows. Boom.
Yeah. Look, we should all be investing in big marshmallow. Now, Coop says, little pro peep. Look, we're going to have to issue an official warning to Coop for using wordplay successfully twice in one show. I'm going to one demerit for Coop on that there. Okay. So Steve, question here about the sugar too. You just said something because I've got a sweet tooth to my detriment, inherited from my mother. My dad, not so much, but I got it from my mom. You describe sugar in different forms, and there are bridges too far for me on sugar. Cotton candy, not something I have anymore. As I talked with Addie, like Twix, or I used to down a Snickers. I can't do that anymore. I have gotten to the point, and it's not just what it does to me, or how it is just this immediate reaction of too much. And as we saw with Peeps, I pushed my limit here today. I'm approaching 50. I got to stop that. What's your thoughts? Are you sugar in all forms, or is there a moment where you realize the sugar's too much?
You just ate 5 Peeps, but you can't eat a Snickers bar?
Yeah. No, like it gets too much.
Makes me so sad.
Careful. I'm warning you all. When you get older, these things you don't imagine this will happen.
I'm in my mid-30s, Ken, and Snickers are still a food group of mine. That's one of my vices. But Snickers, you just said I do have a sweet tooth.
You just said it. In my mid-30s, I was still security director. Hadn't even started screenshotting. My future was in front of me. And by about 42, I remember the first time I was like, ooh, I'll have a Nestle Crunch bar. Yeah, that's my favorite. And about halfway through, I was like, I think I need to pull over. Like I might pass out. So maybe I got something else going on. Maybe I should be worried about something else. But enjoy it while you can, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, no, I'm pro peep. Let's enjoy the little things while we can. Heart disease is coming for us all, so enjoy the ride.
It is. So let's do a little quick catch up on sports. What do you got for 3? We're doing 16 seconds is Monday, but we got a little bit of sports. Did my picks go today?
Yeah, your picks were yesterday, so your picks are all in. Okay. 3-3, which is pretty damn good for just shooting in the dark.
Yeah, who won? Who won? Take me through
you
it.
Won on. Yeah, I got you. You won on Iowa State, much fanfare. You won on Duke. They covered the 32.5 points, so good job there. Okay. Tennessee Tech, Tennessee Tech let you down against South Carolina. South Carolina won by 60 points.
Oh, and what was it? It was 42 was the
42.5. 42.5 was the line. That's what your 42.5 was the spread. That's what you needed them to lose by less than, and they lost by 60.
Okay.
So, woof. You won with Michigan, and then you lost on Oregon Vanderbilt because of the points as well. They only won by 4. You needed them to win by 5.5.
But Oregon won.
Points.
But Oregon won.
One more basket, and they would have won. But
okay, so I was right on the upset rung in the points. Okay, right. And then Xavier, Illinois.
Xavier, Illinois, you lost that one.
Illinois won.
All right, if it was a bracket, you would have done actually pretty well. But
okay,
it's not that easy.
So we didn't win any money.
Yeah, we didn't lose any money, Ken.
Okay, we'll do it again next week.
We'll
do it again next week. I'm excited about that. I was watching a little bit at lunch today. Patino and what's the other guy? Calipari.
Calipari. Yeah. John Calipari. Big deal there because this is his first year at Arkansas. He was the coach at Kentucky for a long time. Kentucky was a factory of pumping out NBA players.
And they used to be pals, these two head coaches. Now they hate each other, right?
Well, yeah. Pitino, Calipari, They were part of that old guard of college basketball coaches pre-NIT when they all were just giving people money kind of under the table. I didn't say that. That's all just accusations and speculation, and we don't actually believe that. I don't want to get sued by anybody or the FBI.
Sure.
But yeah, well, Patino was like investigated by the FBI because he was like, someone said he was, doing deals with Adidas that he shouldn't have been doing. They were giving people shoes, all that kind of stuff. College basketball and college football were kind of icky for a long time there. But
and which one of them cheated on their wives with some like waitress at a restaurant?
I was going to say, for the first part of that, I couldn't tell you who that was or wasn't. But for the second part of that, the restaurant part was Patino. He famously, had a dalliance with someone in an Italian restaurant.
I heard about that today. Oh, what a time! Sports. Humans. Okay, cool. So we'll do a picks this week, and then what's our update here on the bracketology, man?
Yeah. So the bracketology. I'm really looking forward to doing this. We're going to do this on Thursday. So thank you everyone who has entered. I just saw like 10 more responses come in on the forum since the show started today. So thank you so much, everybody who's clicked that link and answered the one question. If you haven't, please do. I'll post it again here in just a minute. But like Ken mentioned before, we're doing the tournament of kind of like a pop culture tournament for March Madness, Star Wars, Song of Ice and Fire, Middle Earth, and you guys are picking the fourth bracket. I have two questions, Ken. Well, one's a statement, the other one's a question. The statement is we're going to stick to movies. Other than a Song of Ice and Fire, that's obviously TV stuff, but for Star Wars, I'm sticking to movies because I was doing my rankings. I was trying to do my 1 through 16.
I agree with that.
That was hard as hell, man.
Movies.
Like,
movies. Man. Stick it to the what is it? 10, 11 movies. Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the top 16 because that's kind of like arbitrary. Think of it more as like the top 4 to 6 are like those are your legendary scenes. Right. Those are the cliche, blah blah blah. The middle ones are more of like your pop culturally kind of like we know them. And then the bottom 6, the last 4, those are your memes. Those are your funny, let's go for the punchline, those kind of things, right? That is the spirit of how we do the seating here. But here's my question, and here's what I would like your input on. Okay. When I create the tournament, we have the 4 regions. Do we want to do it so that the Star Wars region is only fighting against Star Wars stuff, or do you want to mix everything together?
However would work best for the sport of it all, because I think I initially understood it as we have the Star Wars bracket, and then we'd have a winner emerge from that.
Yep.
And we have, so I like that.
Okay, let's do that then. That was the original idea. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't like too.
So the final 4
set up. Yeah, the final 4 will be 1 from Star Wars, 1 from A Song of Ice and Fire, 1 from Middle Earth, and 1 from whatever this 4th bracket is.
Okay, I like that. So we need your help out there. Steve put up that link. I'll highlight. Yep. Yeah, he'll post it again, and we're going to take your what's a one question thing here. There's the form.
Just one question. Yep. One of my favorite other responses. The movies of Emilio Estevez has a vote. Whatever.
I mean, I'm not saying this is wrong. I'm not saying this is wrong. We got the Repo Man movie. We got Young Guns. We got First Mission Impossible. This Death Sea. Like there's a lot there. St. Elmo's Fire, right? Is that him too? We got a lot going on. Okay.
Yeah, no, the responses are coming in, continue to come in. So thank you, everybody. Right now, just to kind of give you a quick update. We're now tied now, and I think there's a campaign going on in the chat. We're tied now between Star Trek and the MCU. Indiana Jones is in 3rd, and James Bond in the wild card category are rounding out the next place. So it's close. Get in there and vote.
All right. Okay. Okay.
What are your thoughts? What do you? You can vote, by the way.
Can I just share one thought here?
Please. It's your show, Ken.
If it's Song of Ice and Fire, seems to be upsetting the balance to me.
Okay.
Where if we had 2 more movie genres, it would be a battle of the best movie scenes.
Okay.
But have you done too much work on the Song of Ice and Fire?
Nope, I haven't. I'm so glad you said that now, Ken, because I've done the Star Wars bracket and I have done the Lord of the Rings bracket. I have not done the Song of Ice and Fire bracket. So if we're going to put it on the bench and you want to take the top 2 from the survey,
top 2 for the survey. I know I might have veto power here, but I don't want to do it in an executive order that just gets handed in front of me that I've never read before. And I go, oh great, we're going to take away rights. I'm leaning on you here, but it seems like I could market that, right? We could market that online. The best movie scenes blather bracket.
It's your show. I'm just the unpaid volunteer producer, and you're absolutely right. And it's 2025, Ken. As long as you promise me on Monday you're not going to say you never said this or never signed this or you don't know what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll not pull an Elon on you there. That'll be good. Or say a lie. Okay. All right. I was thinking about that. Okay.
Let's do it. No, that'll be awesome. So I'll take the top two. The voting's gonna close. We'll do it after the Monday show. Like I'll do a little, maybe Tuesday morning-ish. We'll talk about it a little bit more on Monday as well after 16 seconds of sports, get some more votes in there. And then, we'll do the top two. That gives me at least 2 days to do the rankings because it took me at least like 2 hours to do the Star Wars rankings.
Oh, man, I'm going to owe you. I'm going to owe you so much money one day.
No. This is so much fun, man. Are you kidding me? Like I said, I have a baby. I don't have anything to do after 8 o'clock every night. So this is great. This is a lot of fun for me.
Steve's going to sue me.
Two more things. I'm not going to sue you. Well, and by the way, just so you know, speaking of getting sued, I didn't mention this last time. All of my music and effects are all royalty free, so you don't have to worry about the music. I promise. That saxophone in the background, I checked that out for you. I'm looking.
That's great. See, this is why you're here. And Addy asked this question, but I think did you put Rings of Power in the middle of the bracket? I think if we're not putting Star Wars TV in Rings of Power, a show I love, big Rings of Power fan. I don't think it. I think it's the movies.
Same. I came to the same conclusion. We're sticking movies only. I love Rings of Power. Don't get me wrong. I'm pro Rings of Power. Just so that's known. Excuse me. Sorry. I've been enjoying beverages out of my my blathering glass that came today.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And
And
the mug. So
you got we'll show that. I have to. Yeah. Thank you. Or hit the fourth wall shop, folks, and get your blathering merch. Okay. This is great. You had a couple more things here.
Yes. Yeah. I'll be quick. I'm sorry. I'm not taking too long. The bracket, just movies only. That was that. And then let's see here. We did Peeps, and then last thing. Oh, I wanted to mention thank you to Alden. I don't know if he's still here. I saw him earlier.
He's probably in bed eating gummies.
Hey, I mean, good for him, man. It's you do you. I'm pro Alden. He gave me a very nice thing yesterday on Anytime and shouted out the hair. So very much appreciate that.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna take him up on that that offer that he put out, just saying he just wanted to be like. And he's just out there to be someone's hype man to encourage people to make stuff, right? Be positive on the internet, right?
Yeah.
So Alden, I'm gonna hit you up on that because producer Steve kind of wants to make something. I don't really know what it is yet, but I have that itch. So
you have an itch to create some art?
Something, you know what I mean?
Like a short film?
There's enough people talking on the internet, obviously, but you've allowed me to do my thoughtful essays here on the show, and I come in here, we do the brackets, we do some different producer Steve type of bits. So I just have an itch to kind of put an outlet for that for somewhere, and we'll see what we can do. So Alden saying that kind of gave me like the juice to be like, maybe I don't know.
It is rare when Alden inspires someone as opposed to angers them. So this is good. He's going to have to put this on his refrigerator and show it off to the family. This is going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. Give him that. And so, for the people in chat, if producer Steve made something and you'd be interested in checking it out, let me know. Maybe we'll make it happen. So.
Let's do it here. We could look.
Anyway, this is your show. Sorry, Ken. Don't mean to.
No. You. One of the reasons the blathering has transformed and continued to grow is folks like you. It is Addy. It is Jared the Tide Pilot. It is 898-4M. I want more callers. I want to have so many calls coming in. I have to do a 3-hour show. I would love this to be. Not only bigger, but a robust community, and I'd like to not have to worry about delivering food anymore or begging former coworkers for jobs. But this only grows because of you. So Steve, I'm glad we inspired you. I'm glad Coop has a creativity rash going, and I love what's going on here. So full buy-in from me.
Appreciate that, Ken. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me again, as always, and. We're gonna have fun with this bracket, so we'll check in on Monday with 16 Seconds of Sports.
This is 16 Seconds Sports on Monday. Producer Steve, check it in there. Which reminds me, again, our target, our goal here for Laser Ball. How many hours? How many hours you got? We are trying to. If you're just joining, some of you are just joining in here. I'll check the poll too on the Peeps. The final. I'll end this poll here. 41 votes on the Peeps. So there we go. Nays won. Woo, the Nays really won. I got a super blather coming in. I'm going to get to that here. Malcolm always checking in. This is stuff. I want to build stuff up around me here too. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. So Laserball says this. He only needs 700 watch hours. He gained 100 already. That's in about a week. For smaller YouTube channels, that's hard to do. It's very hard to do. You can get the subs. It's hard to get the subs. But once you get the 1,000 subs and you're 500, you're halfway partnered. But 1,000 is when you start getting the ad revenue and building things up here. And I can tell you from building up Sports Card ASMR, it's still small, it's still humble, but it's I pick up subs every week, 1 or 2 to 5 to 10, and it's good. But it's the hours. So I'd love as a community to come together, support Laserbolt, and get his 700 watch hours. So that we can get him over that hump, so he can, grow. I would love him to be the biggest flight simulator channel on the internet, so that he doesn't have to worry if his job's going to be cut, because there's the stuff going on at the federal level with Doge and everything. So that'd be good. And then also we're going to peer pressure Laserbolt into starting Forest Meets, the greatest YouTube channel yet to come. We got one more call here, or if you got any other calls, I'll be here for about 10 minutes. If you want to call in, you know how you can do that. Yeah, if you don't know, become a there you go. Become a YouTube channel member here. You get to call in. Also, you get the video version of a Monday morning show, and you get the same on Patreon at patreon.com/Ken Napzok. Had a couple people hop on this week. We're trying to build up the Discord again. 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, definitely. I had a very robust Discord in there every day. We got a great one with Force Center, but I'm trying to get the Ken Napzok brand Discord, whatever you want to call it, up. The Blather Cord. So get in there through the Patreon page, and let's have some fun over there as well. But as we start to look towards the end of the show, taking some calls here. We got Brennan Mystical Mar checking in. Brennan, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
How close are you, Brennan, to your next meal at Outback Steakhouse?
It'll be a while.
Okay, I was hoping you'd get one soon.
Yeah. Well, if you ever come visit San Jose, I'll take you there.
Okay, I'll travel to go to Outback.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm here to talk DS9.
DS9, that stands for
Yes.
Deep State 9, the deep state agents that we need to take out.
And
No?
hi to everybody in the chat. I see
Okay.
lots of people saying hi.
Oh, Steve has an Outback question. Steve, ask it in here. I'll have the Outback
No,
expert
let me
answer.
just say, Addie, listen to Addie. She knows her stuff.
She does know her stuff. All right, so what's your DS9 thoughts?
Well, it's probably my favorite Star Trek show.
Okay.
One of my favorite shows of all, and I know that there were a couple of episodes that got recommended to you.
Yep.
And
On
I
Thursday.
agree, there are some really, really good ones.
Okay.
But the interesting thing is that it's, whereas Star Trek The Next Generation was very episodic,
Yeah.
DS9 tells these big stories, and
Connected stories, right? Long form.
yeah, and I mean, it starts out kind of, maybe the first 2 seasons might be a little slow.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And their list only had one first season episode, Brennan and Jen's list, and then they jumped to season 3. And there's a movement afoot. If I'm going to watch it, I should start with the pilot, and I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'd be able to. God damn, my teeth are really hurting, everybody. Do not have 4 Peeps in one sitting. Oh, boy.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so you love this series. What is it comparable to?
Oh. It's hard to say, but I think for me, it's the characters.
The characters. Okay.
Cooper is in the chat, and I think they would agree with me on this. There's some great characters, and it's a great romances, you might say.
Okay. Got romance, got war, got conflict.
Depending on your point of view.
Okay.
But no, I think the thing that I like about it is it's dealing with some big ideas.
Okay.
Big topics: religion, politics,
The heavy hitters.
war, big stuff.
Okay.
And I think that it's one of those where it's like, whereas Star Trek was very utopian.
Yeah.
DS9 might be the first time that it challenged that idea of the utopian
Got it.
future, whereas Earth might be a utopia
Yeah, that's
in that universe, but then some things happen.
Yeah.
Fear mongering and all that kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's relevant to now, but it's also relevant.
It's timeless. Yeah.
To any time in history.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, history repeats itself, huh?
Yeah, and the Dominion War is incredible, and Cisco is.
You like Cisco?
One of the great leaders, but also he's morally complex. Because he has to make decisions that are, lose-lose kind of decisions.
And Malcolm says it's also a funny show, so it's got spirit, it's got spunk, it's got character. Okay,
yes.
Cool. All right. Well, look,
I'm saying, I'm a huge fan, so I'm gonna join with the people pestering you to watch it.
The list grows and grows. My love grows where my DS9 goes. But soon. I'm Jen Miro's pushing me to come on over for some dinner and watch the show.
And it's Brian Jackson is saying yes. Thor: Beyond the Stars is one of the greatest episodes of TV I think I've ever seen.
Oh, that's high praise. That's high praise.
Yeah.
It's high praise when the Harlem Globetrotters Gilligan's Island episode exists. That's high praise. That's high praise.
And Malcolm's right. It challenges the ideas of Star Trek. But like The Last Jedi, it
ultimately reinforces them.
Say this is why it matters. So.
All right, cool. All right, you've made your case, Your Honor, and I'm gonna take it into my brain. I don't know. Take it into consideration. Brennan, thank you. I do have one question for you though. Okay.
Oh boy.
Producer Steve says, I gave up fried potatoes for Lent. Long story, Sister Margaret, and a lot of Catholic guilt. I had a bloomin' onion last week. Is that basically cheating? Your thoughts as a blooming onion expert?
Well, I'm not Catholic, so I can't know. No, but no, I don't think that's cheating because, in my opinion, there's no way you could cheat with a bloomin' onion.
No way. Okay, so it's okay. God says it's okay. Brennan says it's okay. The world says it's okay, Steve.
I read the Bible and it doesn't say anything about it.
Doesn't say anything about the bloomin' onion?
Thou shalt not eat bloomin' onion.
Okay. So there you go. Brennan, you have helped producer Steve, and you've helped us with your DS9 thoughts. I appreciate you, buddy. All right, we'll talk to you soon, sir. Get back to your podcasting, okay?
Indeed.
All right, Brett and Mystical Mark. Check out the Page Turners. They were not his podcast talking Star Wars and more. Trying to get back on it too myself. I got a super blather in from the wonderful Malcolm Montero. Hey, Ken. I hope all is well. Yeah, it was okay week. It was a good week. It's a better week. Would love to know what new music you've been listening to lately. Personally recommend a guy named Yalan Naganda. Sounds like he topped R&B soul charts 50 years ago. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I'll tell you what, music-wise, new music. I mean, it's at this point they're not new, but The Last Dinner Party is still my favorite band going right now in terms of what I've been listening to a lot. Love the new Gaga, but in terms of new music, they're on there. I still want to recommend the band Child Seat, which is a couple years old. I saw them live 2 years ago when they had just formed, but they got new music out all the time. If you like 80s infused pop rock, Child Seat is what you should be checking out. Listen to lately, not new, but I love when music kind of finds like you kind of a band that's been around for a long time that you've liked suddenly like comes back into your life in a way. I've been listening to a ton of Slater-Kenny and absolutely love Carrie and Corinne and what they got going on their last few records. And Say It Like You Mean It is like my favorite song this week. It's been on in my rotation just over and over and over and over. Absolutely love that. And Jonas got a new EP. A band releasing. You got a new EP soon. There you go. And then Jared just lost all credibility. This is good. We're gonna have to deal with this. Some Kesha over Gaga. That's not even a conversation to have. That's not even. I feel bad for what happened to Kesha, but She hosts a ghost show. Like that's Jared, what are we doing here? Like what are we even doing? What are we even doing? But he did say it's unpopular opinion. Malcolm says he went to school on Slater Kenny Road. Yeah, absolutely. That's love that connection. All right. I think that's it. Appreciate that, Malcolm. I'm going to check out that artist there. I'm putting it on my list. And Jared, go fall down a skate park. I'm kidding. Love it. Hey, we had a lot of fun tonight. This was a power-packed full edition. The Saturday shows are rolling on. We like having a lot of fun. Thanks to Addie coming in with good, bad food. Going to try to clip that out tomorrow and put that up on the channel. Also going to be, hold me to this. I got to start doing more clips that are vertical so I can put some stuff up on the TikTok, so I can put some stuff up on the shorts. That will actually help grow things a lot more than just clipping things out. So I'm trying to do that too. But I am only one man. With the help of unpaid volunteers like producer Stephen Hattie coming in here. You guys make this show possible. I absolutely love when you all make this show. All right? Epic show indeed. Go to Laserbolt's channel. Vote in that poll. Let's get Laserbolt monetized fully. Let's decide the next 2 brackets in the Blather bracket coming. We'll see ya. Bye.